up, everybody? It's your boy Kaylee Da Vinci, and we're sitting here today with
Clara Marie.
we're sitting here with Clara Marie. Everybody, all right. Well, Clara, thank you for coming today, and I want to say it's a pleasure to have you here.
Hmm?
At this time, let everybody know who you are and exactly what it is that you do.
Okay, well, I am Clara Marie. I am an artist. I write music, I sing, I rap, I do a little acting, do a little everything. Just I label myself as an artist, not as rap or R&B, just an artist. I like music and I like creating good feel good music.
All right. With that being said, how long ago did you start, and what inspired you to start as an artist?
I had a friend that inspired me to become an artist. I was living in New Jersey, creating a clothing line for myself, and I needed a jingle. And so a friend and I, we created a song, which was kind of a R&B bop song, and it kind of was trending.
Mhm.
So they encouraged me to go a little farther with the whole music thing, and I end up doing an EP
And this is the record,
R&B.
the lollipop record that we okay.
That is
All
correct.
right. All right. With the clothing line and the all right. Do
Yes,
you still have your clothing line today?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
You stop that. That's okay.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
all
I
right.
got screwed out of some money by some New Yorkers. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. I was living in Jersey for a few years,
Mhm.
and I got into the mix with a couple of New Yorkers who wanted to manage me.
Mhm.
Gave them a ton of money,
Mhm.
and they ran off. Like completely ghosted me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I kind of got a little discouraged from that, and kind of turned away from the music and the whole
Entertainment field.
and yeah, just the whole thing of entertainment. I just didn't. I knew it was too much. I was in a late chapter in my life, so I really didn't believe in myself that much that I could be an artist at that time or become an artist. It was really the focus on my clothing line.
Mhm.
And like I said, I kind of got discouraged and just kind of got back into my regular life until 2020. I reconnected with that same artist, and they kind of pushed me. Look, you don't have to go the extra mile, but let's just get an album done. Let's get some music done, and then whatever happens, happens. So I went in the studio
Mhm.
one day, and recorded 7 songs one day,
Mhm.
intoxicated in
Okay.
one day.
All right.
Never went back and edited those songs. Those R&B songs stayed, including the Lollipop. That would make 8, but they stayed those songs, and they started to buzz a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
So now you have a new project, your
Hmm.
new R&B hip hop slash rap project, and
Hmm.
it's called The Story of Clara Marie.
That is correct.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So after I put my hands into the R&B, I met another person getting off a flight. Told him that I was an artist and I was getting started. He told
Mhm.
me that he was a writer. He wanted to write a song. I gave him a concept auntie. I had just came back from doing a couple of shows and a video, and most of the girls were young, and their little nickname for me was auntie because I was the oldest.
Okay.
So it just stuck in my head that day. And when I got off the plane, I just gave that concept to the guy, not thinking that it would be anything, and thinking that I told him I was an R&B singer. So I was thinking he was going to write me an R&B song, and
Okay.
he came back with this rap song called Auntie, and I tapped in, and and it blew up. I kind of started trending from the rap more than I did the R&B. So I kind of changed my focus to the rap,
Okay.
and then started writing rap music. And I wrote a whole rap album in less than 4 months.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's for 4 months. That's not bad. All
Hmm.
right. Well, tell me a bit about your lead single. What's the name of your lead single?
So the lead single is kind of like a poem. It's a
Mm-hmm.
poem that I wrote. I wrote poetry. I have a ton of poetry. So I wrote a poem, and I wrote it years ago, and I kind of went back to a beat, which was the Outcast beat, one of my favorite beats,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of started off with one of my poems telling a part of my story,
Mm-hmm.
and I named it The Story of Clara Marie. So that's where the concept of creating the album, because all of my music is about me. It's kind of different eras of my life, from my love life to my street life. And so I just, came up with a concept or idea like, okay, we'll call this the story of Clara Marie, because people are going to ask me, what is this, an R&B album or is it a rap album?
Right.
And I'm like, no, I'm an artist. I'm telling you my story through my art. And some of it comes out a little ratchet or gutter,
Mm-hmm.
and some of it comes out a little soft and seductive. So that's how I would describe myself, as a kind of soft, seductive type of chick. But then I'm from the streets. I was raised in the streets, and I kind of gave the streets a little bit of my life. So it's kind of, who I am, a little mix of the street and sassy.
Okay. Now, off air, we were discussing about a future film
Mm-hmm,
in the works,
mm-hmm.
and you were saying the name of this will also be called "The Story of Claire Marie."
That is correct.
So, would you say that this album is more like the soundtrack to that film?
It is. So that has been the conversation the entire time, to actually make my album the soundtrack to my movie, but I do want to also include other artists,
Mm-hmm.
because the story of Clara Marie takes place in the city of Memphis. So there are other, um, we'll say, vibes that I would incorporate into the movie that is not just pertaining to my life. So I'm going to, reach out to other artists and let other artists put their music that is pertaining to our city, and
Mm-hmm.
kind of vibes with the whatever scene that I have going on.
Okay.
But definitely the story of Clara Marie will be in the movie.
Okay.
It's me.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Well, um, is there anything in particular that you would like for the fans and or the audience to know about future projects or future anything, any stories, anything?
I mean, you definitely look out for, what I have coming up. Like I
Mhm.
said, I'm just now putting my feet into this whole music industry as an artist. I
Okay.
mean, I've been tapping in and out of the whole music industry since I was 14 years old, is when I became a background singer for blues artists here.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I never wanted to be the front and center. So I was cool with being in the background getting the check. Now this is me coming to light with my story.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like something on the bucket list, like something that I kept tapping into, and now I'm like, I got to get this done so I can get past this, because I'm
Right.
going to keep coming back and saying, oh, I didn't finish it, or I didn't put enough effort into it.
Right.
So now it's like my motivation is like, okay, you done started this, you done put this amount of money, you done invested this, and not only money but time. So we got to go hard, we got to go all way, so that's what I plan to do. I plan to go all the way, and let my music reach others, and showing anybody, not just females, but anybody, that what society says you have to be, you have to look like this, you have to be this age, and you got to do this to get into this industry. And I'm going to show them it's different. I'm a 45-year-old stepping into the game. you know there's no age limit. The industry wants to hit,
Right.
so it's about making a hit.
That's believable. Speaking of making hits, do you have any particular producers or well-known producers working on the album as well?
So most of my producers that I've been in, so I've been living out of state for about 14 years. But when I start to tap into the music, I initially started off with Cynical, which is one of the top producers in New Jersey. He's a Grammy Emmy Award. He does a little acting. He does has his school for children and
Mm-hmm.
music. He's the one. Him and I'm sorry, Money Zoe, my writer.
Okay.
They're both from Jersey. Um, to make them proud and to show them that their effort did not go unnoticed. I'm doing this for them too because they were the one who initially pushed me into the music. But Cynical, like I said, he's a award winner. Michael Edwards here in Memphis is one of the guys I've also worked with. I just finished a song with Anthony Q.
Okay.
I have yet to release that yet. It's not even mixed and mastered.
Okay.
So I kind of been stepping into it, but Michael Edwards, I would definitely say, and shout out to Hot Rod. Hot Rod is definitely probably one of my main guys that I've worked with when it comes to the rap.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I tapped into rap, I came back home to Memphis
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
Hot Rod would be one of the producers that I work with. So Hot
Understand.
Rod, he just got an award for Yo Gotti's one of
Five
your
Star Chief.
yeah, and Michael Edwards, he just got something for Boogie, one of Boogie's hits. So
Okay.
these are the people that I just kind of been tapping into. I'm, following, everybody's lead, seeing who's working.
Right.
Brandy.
Okay.
I
Shout out to
mean,
Brandy behind the
man,
scenes.
shout out to Brandy. I mean, looking at Brandy, it's like, oh, that's like the high peak of my motivation to go because of, just seeing her effort and seeing her drive when it comes to the whole music.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of part of my motivation to keep going because I'm going to tell you, earlier this year I really wanted to tap out the whole music thing.
Really.
I really wanted to tap out. I tapped in last year. I went so hard, went through so much money. I was like, this ain't for me.
Okay.
But then I get on social media and I see somebody that's working every day, Brandy, every day, every day. I'm
Right.
like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. I can't do that. I mean, but she's okay. Yeah. So shout out to Brandy. That's kind of been my motivation. My niece Carmen Mello, she also has been my motivation. Big Hannah, when I tapped into Big Hannah, I'm about to do something with her too. Just when I come back, the vibe that I got from Memphis was my motivation to keep going, to see these people, to see their effort, to see how hard they go for something that they love.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say I don't love music. I love music. I don't like the idea of the industry. That's why I never put effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
But then to be around ones and seeing their effort, that kind of keeps me in the drive to kind of keep going. Like, don't give up. I mean, I got other things going on too, but when it comes to music, that's kind of my motivation to kind of keep going in it.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing the story of Clara Marie, not only seeing the past,
Hmm.
but watching the rest of it unfold in the future.
Yes, of course,
Because I
of
don't think
course.
it's going to end.
No, it's actually, this is kind of the beginning
Mm-hmm.
of the story of Clara Marie. When we get into the movie, it's gonna kind of show who I am and why I turned out to be the person that I turned out to be.
Mm-hmm.
I was, you know, labeled as the girl next door,
Mm-hmm.
and you can kind of hear that in the story of Clara Marie. Seeing the video, you'll see there was that's kind of what my family, the image that they had of me was
Mm-hmm.
to be married to a priest and be,
Mm-hmm.
but it was totally opposite. It was totally the opposite. But music was something that always kept me balanced. It kept me, Clara, okay, you don't want to go too far, you
Right.
want to stay out or you want to stay alive. This is Memphis,
Right.
what I'm saying? So I had to really change my life, and music was kind of one of those things that helped me pull out of the lifestyle that I used to live.
That's awesome.
It saved me, actually.
That's believable. Wait till I talk to you off camera. And everybody, we're gonna let you know that you can catch Clara Marie on all social media. She's gonna give you all of the locations on social media where you can find her.
Everything. Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Facebook, everything, and it's Clara Marie Melody on all sites. I'm just Clara Marie the artist, but when you look for me, you're gonna look up Clara Marie Melody.
Clara Marie Melody. Make sure you all follow her and support. Like, comment, subscribe to everything that she has going on. Well, thank you, Claire, for coming.
Appreciate it.